Hi, welcome back to 'Cause I Said So, your favorite mother-daughter podcast. I'm Alex, aka the daughter.
And I'm Kim, aka the mother. Content.
First name Content, last name Kim.
That's right.
Mother, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you, Alex?
I'm pretty good. We're in our 'Cause I Said So sweatsuits. They say, call your mom.
They're awesome.
They're actually so much cooler. Okay, I thought they were going to be cool, and they far exceeded my expectations.
Same here. I really thought this bubble thing was going to be overkill, and it's perfect.
Yeah, I know. They're like bright electric. They're perfect for summer. We're plugging our own merch so early on.
Wait, and my
Coffee
favorite
mugs.
part is this cute little coffee mug.
They come in different colors. Get your mom some for Mother's Day because there's nothing better. I was going to save this for later in the show, but there is nothing better than ordering your gifts in advance.
Oh, it takes the pressure off because then you always end up buying something you wish you hadn't and that you wish you had spent more time thinking about buying your mom something special.
And if you buy it now and then it arrives, then when Mother's Day come around, you're like, oh my gosh, I got her that really cool sweatsuit. She's going to be so excited.
I'm prepared.
I'm finally prepared because your mother would be prepared with your gift.
And
also,
what's the last day you can order these?
you can order these. So this comes out on Wednesday, this podcast. The last day to order these before Mother's Day to for sure get them is Thursday the 28th. Now, here's the thing that I used to do with Kim, though. I would always order something last minute, and I would print off a photo of it off of the website, and I would wrap that up and give it to her. I'd say it's arriving to your house at some point. And you loved it. You didn't care.
No, but it would have been a lot more special if it was actually in your hands.
Yeah, it is nice if it arrives. So just do it right now. While you're listening to this, go buy your mom a sweatsuit and it reminds her that either you're going to call her as her child or she should call her mother. But I like it more like it's a reminder for me as a kid to call my mom. That's why I love them. So it's your summer sweatsuit. Go get your mom one. You won't regret it. Get yourself one too.
Get yourself one.
So you've got your summer sweatsuit, and now a quick pause for a Mamitas ad because nothing says summer like a hard seltzer and tequila, and the only one that Mom and I drink is Mamitas.
And it's made with real tequila and natural flavors.
Get you a drink that belongs at the pool, at a brunch, at a backyard, at a day party, at a club, all the things that represent summer.
That I am so excited about. I cannot wait. And Mamitas comes in 6 delicious flavors. My favorite is Paloma.
My favorite is lime because I think it's light, bright, and fresh. So whatever your summer plans are, make sure Mamitas Tequila Seltzer is part of it.
And now you can find it at drinkmamitas.com, or you can pick up a variety 8-pack at Target, Walmart, Publix, Jewel Osco, or GoPuff. Yay!
And we will always link the store locator on our Instagram, so go get you some Mamitas because they are truly the best. Okay, Mama Mitas. What? Mom, what is that?
Oh, nothing.
Oh my gosh.
That's part of what I was going to talk to you about.
Her computer says 9 reasons to have healthy orgasms. God bless, literally bless my sweet husband who's in the room listening to us record this. This won't be awkward. Okay, what is your boomer move, Mom?
My boomer move is
Mom, you've got to stay by the mic. Her boomer move is she thinks the microphone will follow her around the room. What's your boomer move?
My boomer move is that my daughter can't seem to get Uber on her phone. So my boomer move, what is it? Your millennial move is you can't figure out how to get Uber back on your phone. And my millennial move is I booked you an Uber to the wrong address.
Yesterday we took a dance class.
It was so damn fun. And Alex was pouting when she got there, but I actually saw her smiling when she was dancing.
I was pouting because I ran out of a Mean Girl recording, okay? Because Mom's like, you got to be here at 1 o'clock. Do not be late. I'm trying to hail a cab. I don't know what's happened in New York. There's literally was none. So I tried to hail a cab for 10 minutes. I finally call Mom, and I'm like, you got to call me an Uber, and then I'll be on time. So she calls me the Uber. She puts up her phone, and then she goes and starts the dance class. Well, I get let off like a 19-minute walk away from the dance studio. And I'm trying to call her, and I'm like, no, you got to reroute me, Mom, because I can't reroute the Uber because I don't have the app. So I'm telling the Uber driver, I'm like, I can Venmo you. She's like, no, you got to get out of the car. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I was 25 minutes late to the dance class. So of course I wasn't like necessarily glowing because it was a little hectic for my arrival.
And I don't know if that's my fault because I booked it to the wrong place, which I'm sorry about, and I apologized. But the other half of that is get a freaking Uber app.
I agree. It's gone too far. It's ridiculous. I'm perpetually logged out of Uber. Like, I've used 3 email addresses, and I can't get logged in, but it's not anything that I can't figure out. So yeah, that's kind of on me.
No, I think it is something you can figure out, but I do think that Uber customer service is probably just MIA because
Yeah,
you've had a hard time dealing with that.
I have had a hard time dealing with it, but I did. You ever show up somewhere and you're so mad? Like I could hardly smile or look at anybody. I was also just having a bad day.
Yeah, she could hardly smile or look at anybody. I was like, this is going to be one big ball of fun.
But then David, our waltz teacher, I don't know, he brought it out of me. It took him about 10 minutes. And when you're doing a dance, I couldn't help but start smiling and like laughing. And so it actually turned my day around. But what were the 3 dances we learned?
We learned the waltz, which was actually the most fun because he put a contemporary Who was the song that he did that with? That girl,
I
Nora
will
Roberts.
go down
Nora,
with
not Nora Roberts. She's
this
a writer.
ship.
Nora
Jones.
Jones.
And I won't yeah, that.
I can't remember, but I liked the song and it was fun to dance to. And then so he would teach us the dance, and then we would dance with him.
Surrender.
Yeah, and then we learned a salsa and a swing dance,
Yes. And
and all this was in 30 minutes.
no, and it was fun and we could do it. Like he was a phenomenal teacher. But mom, I never asked you this. Why did you want to take a dance class?
I've always wanted to take a dance class, so I did some dance classes with your dad right, but like before you all got married, which we didn't follow up on, and we learned so much so fast that I couldn't even remember it when I got to the dance floor because it was too many different things. So I think it's hard to do it if you don't have your spouse doing it with you. And Joe did do that with me, but he was like, screw it, I'm a great dancer, so we're just going to do it my way. But I did learn dancing. This is kind of going off the subject. You just have to let somebody lead. And that was the main thing I learned. I don't let people lead. So it was really hard for me to be still and lead. But the guy yesterday, I kept stepping on his feet. Were you stepping on his feet?
No, because so every time we would do it, okay, so we would learn the dance move and then we would go one at a time and we would do the dance with David, the instructor. But mom always went first and I would watch you step on his toes. And so I was like, oh, I'm not going to do that. So no, I never stepped on his toes.
Oh my gosh, I don't know why. Okay, did he remind you of somebody that was in like a drug dealing movie and he was the stoic guy from very stoic. So I don't know what made it so fun with him because he wasn't smiling or anything. He was just this is what we're doing.
You know who he reminded me of? Did you ever see Anne Hathaway? What was that movie? Oh my gosh. Princess Diaries. Did you ever see the limo driver in Princess Diaries?
Yes.
He looked exactly like him to me.
Only about
Taller
a foot taller and slim.
and identical other than that. Twins.
Okay, maybe.
They were twins. He was
A younger, more chiseled version of him.
yes, but kind of the same idea. But okay, so David was awesome. So we took the dance class. I was in a bad mood at the beginning of it, and by the time I left, it was fabulous. I don't know. Take a dance class if you. Well, I just don't understand the reason we took it, but I'm so glad we took it. It's just one of those things.
Don't you ever want to be on the dance floor and be able to actually dance? Don't you love to watch people dance and spin and do all that?
Yes, that's true.
love that.
It's a party trick.
And did you ever watch The Sound of Music?
No.
Oh my gosh, the most steamy scene in the whole thing is when she's dancing with him and her face gets flustered.
Oh no, I
And
need.
they're doing all those waltzes.
But that's not really wedding vibes anymore. Wedding vibes now is like learning how to dance to Bruno Mars.
Well, you can do the waltz to Bruno Mars. That's the whole thing.
You would never waltz to Bruno Mars.
Do the swing dance that we learned.
to Bruno Mars?
Yes, any of that you can do. That was the whole point of it. He put different music on with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. I'll try it.
No, I'm 100% right on that.
100. Maybe I can try my dance moves while I'm at Barstool versus America.
Okay,
So
tell us about that.
when the time that this airs on Wednesday, I'll have been gone for 3 days. I'm in the middle of packing right now. I leave tomorrow for Barstool versus America, which is okay. So there's 8 of us from Barstool, and we're going to 5 different cities. We're like living in an RV, and we're traveling across the country. It's not across the country, up the country over the course of 12 days. So I'm flying to Tampa. Then we're driving from Tampa to Nashville, Nashville to Madison, Wisconsin, Wisconsin to Chicago, Chicago to Boston. That's the 16-hour leg right there. Then I'll fly back from Boston to here and I'll land here at 1 a.m. on Mother's Day.
Wow.
Nothing like
So, and you're going to be traveling in a what?
it's an RV.
And there's going to be 2 RVs.
I don't know because it could be different from last year. This is
Okay.
the second season. Last year there was 2 RVs. This year I don't know. I assume there'll be 2 RVs.
But do you know anything besides the people who are going? Are you on a team?
If it's like last year, they'll team us up and we'll be in 2 different teams of 4 that'll change throughout the tournament. Okay, so we're competing for cash and a summer house on the shore, which is really fun. So, like, whoever wins gets money. Last year, they got $10,000 a person, and they got to go to the shore house all of
Right, tell me where
July.
the shore is, though.
The Jersey Shore,
Okay.
which there was the TV show, which I don't know. All I know is the Jersey Shore is like totally a thing up here, and apparently it's beautiful and so much fun. So I really want to win, and I'm really competitive, but I'm also just excited. I love road trips because I think it's a great way to see America. Like I loved when we drove from Oklahoma to New York because I got to see like farmland, but also like the cities of Pennsylvania. Um, so I'm pumped. I can't wait.
Well, you're really good at competitions, Alex. So I think you're going to do great.
Well, because I'm competitive.
You're competitive, but also you'll do a lot of stuff just for the sake of being competitive. Like most people go, "Sorry, I am not doing that. I'm going to pass it," and pick and choose what they're going to do. You just muscle through it.
Any of it. Well, but success to me on this trip looks like not
Mhm.
necessarily winning, but just A, getting to know the people I'm with, B, having fun. Like that's my main thing is I have to have fun while I'm gone, and then C, giving it my all. Like I don't care if I win if I look back and I'm like I couldn't have done anything else besides try as hard as I did. So that's my thing.
All the things you just said are probably true, but also you are hell bent to win no matter what, and you're going to do whatever it takes to win. Because I've watched you do that most of your life. I think you've even eaten a live goldfish in high school.
Yeah, if it's but the thing is I think I get stereotyped kind of as like this blonde girl that might not be that competitive and probably doesn't want to live in the RV and like this is my element. Like if you saw me in college, I will thrive on a bus with boys. I was just built for this. I don't know why, but I was and I'm super excited. So, when you're listening to this, my Instagram story will be telling you that I'm somewhere in the middle of Tampa and Nashville.
So is your Instagram story gonna like? Can you show everything you're doing before it airs?
No, because I can't say like what team I'm on or who's winning, but people do know that I'm filming it. Like I am gone and I am going to those cities, but nobody can know who my teammates are, what the challenges are, or who won.
So what are you gonna post about?
Well, they'll know I'm on this road trip and I'm on this RV, and they'll know I'm going from Tampa. So there's a happy hour in every city that we host, and like stoolies can come and like
Oh my
fans can
gosh.
come.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's public knowledge. People know it's from 8 to 10. Like Nashville, we're going to the Tin Roof.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and like that's a really popular bar. So that part'll be really fun. And so people know we're on the trip.
That'll be fun talking to all the different people then.
You should be proud of me. I'm taking cleaning supplies for the bathrooms and poopery. This is my biggest thing. Where do you poop?
Well, you poop in the bathroom, but Alex, poopery, you're going to have to teach people how to use poopery because I'm going to bet a lot of those guys are going to be using the poopery after they poop.
I know you have to use it before you poop.
Yeah, and also maybe take some spray just to get rid of that fart smell.
Yes, because
Gross.
no, it's not even that gross though. Like I'm worried about it. I know other people are thinking about it. Like if you gotta poop, I mean, we're on top of each other.
Just don't make yourself constipated trying not to poop.
I know that's my biggest fear is that I get really poop shy and I'm like, you can't start building it up in the stomach. No good.
No. No, 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 no.
We obviously have this episode this week, but who's coming to visit you next week and going to be your co-host?
Joe, my husband, is going to be my co-host, and I'm assuming Graham's going to help us video, so I'm hoping that he is going to give us some pointers when we hopefully don't get in an argument.
You and Dad are not. You haven't seen Dad in so long. He's been in Scottsdale, Arizona on a golf trip. He went to Vegas. He went to Istanbul. I mean, the man is no short of stories.
No, that's true.
The only
But sometimes his stories are a little long.
So when I was in the oil field, and I'm like, we know that you worked harder than anybody else in the United States at the age of 24 and you
Okay.
lived on a rig.
No, yeah, okay, he did do all that.
I know
And he did all that when he was like really young. So he started working doing that crap when he was like 13. The guy has a lot of stories.
No, but the joke is for like people my age,
I know.
their parents are like, now let me tell you about when we did it.
Yeah.
And we're like, and that's going to be, oh my gosh. You know what Graham and I were talking about yesterday?
What?
Okay, so like little things our parents do that you do that like get on my nerves.
Which is a lot because I was going to say something about that.
Okay, you
Go ahead.
can in a second, but Graham and I were laughing to each other because I'm like, what are we gonna do to our kids? You know, like I want 4 kids and they're all gonna be like, Mom, you're driving me insane.
Okay, first of all, that's the joy of having 4 kids.
What, you gotta spread it out?
No, you're too busy to drive any of them crazy when you've got 4. It's the truth. So like when you have 2, you may just drive them freaking crazy. But when there's 4, someone's always going to be needing mom to do something. So mom doesn't have time to screw with you.
That's such a good point. Maybe that's why I want 4.
Oh, I always wanted 3, and I think, well, I only got 2 because we argued about that. But no, I think that helps a lot when you have more kids. By the time you have 4, you're so damn ready for them to get out of the house and stay away because you've gone through so much that you don't really care. So when you have 2, you're like, no, don't leave.
That's so true. That's such a good point. Maybe that's why I want the 4. Okay,
Just have 4, yeah.
what were you gonna just have 4? What were you gonna say about that's like 4 years of my life pregnant or 3.5? What were you gonna say about moms on your nerves or daughters on your nerves?
It's really hard working with your daughter. I know that you think it's really hard working with your mother,
Duh.
but holy shit, so daughters are really hard on their moms. Now, when boys are hard on their moms, it's different. They just freaking say it, and you can tell when you're on their nerves. Daughters go through this like they get really down and they don't want to say, they're not saying anything, and then pretty soon you can just get this. It's like slime. It's like stress slime that just slaps all over you, and it's really hard to like come out of that. So when you're upset, it pushes off on me, and then I get upset. Then when you're trying to get unupset, you don't tell me. So I'm still over here slimed with your freaking stress, trying to figure out what the fuck to do. And that part is really hard.
In case nobody's caught on, Kim and I had a fight this week. I'm crying. The slime analogy was perfect.
Yes, and that's not fun. So then let me
Nobody
pause.
said it was going to be easy, but there are times where I think, wow, I didn't think it'd be this hard.
No, and you act like you're okay, so you can have stress. If I have stress, do you know what it is?
What? Double the stress because you're embodying my
No,
emotions?
according to you, it's victim mentality.
You
What
are.
the hell?
You do. You do. I think it's your inner child.
I have stress and you call it victim mentality.
No.
You have stress and we're all supposed to stop and talk about it. Yes.
No, I think your inner child makes you feel a victim. When I have stress, I'm like, what? We have to move forward. When you have stress, you want to have a Zoom call and like cry about it. And I'm like, no. Podcast must move forward, must make videos.
I am not crying about it and I don't ever cry about it. I tell you, we need to talk through this because you're not making sense to me. And if you're upset, let's work through it. That's what I do.
Listen, there's nobody else I'd rather be doing this with, okay? And
Okay, well,
it's
that's
it's all
sweet.
part of the charm.
Okay. So this reminds me of a pet peeve I have.
Okay.
So say you have a friend who says, I am going vegan. I'm 100% vegan and that's all I'm going to be for the rest of my life. So you wait and you don't see them till the next week. And then you prepare, you have them over for lunch and you have this whole vegan meal and they show up and they're like, I'm only eating meat now because I need protein. And you're like, what the hell? Like that is such a, to me, that I feel like that is a little bit of a character thing. Like when
What?
someone tells you one thing and does another, to me, that's a character flaw because I feel like people who don't stand on their stance.
Well, hold on. Yeah, that could be a character flaw because maybe they went vegan for a week and then they realized they were so low on energy. Then they researched it more and found out their body needs protein to have energy. It could be a character flaw.
No, but when people, okay, so the point of that is when someone is always hopping around and changing and it's completely opposite all the time, you're going to expect that from that person.
Correct.
And that is not a good thing you want people expecting from you. You want to have solid character that makes sense to people. They don't want to go, what am I going to get the next time I see her? What am I going to get the next time I see her?
Quick pause for a Baked by Melissa ad. This is a special one. Listen up. This Mother's Day, we're partnering with Baby Quest, an organization that helps families achieve their dreams of parenthood. For every Mother's Day product sold, Baked by Melissa is donating $5 to Baby Quest. So treat your mom with the new Mother's Day assortment, featuring flavors like decadent salted caramel brownie, electric tie-dye, and blondie. I love the blondie. We ship all products nationwide and gifts arrive fresh, guaranteed. And you can choose your arrival day. So you would choose Mother's Day or the Saturday before. We believe in dessert for everyone. We offer a variety of handcrafted, gluten-free, love desserts, and cupcake assortment without nut flavors. Add our limited edition Mother's Day gift box and card to any assortment and give the perfect gift for your mom. Okay, if you feel a little called out, that's okay. So do I. I am the worst at this. I've been vegan. I've been sugar-free. Like I always am doing something different. But I will say this. I keep my moral compass like always the same. Like that's my solid ground. But man, above that, I love a good change up.
Okay, that's okay to try and do a whole lot of different things. What I'm referring to is that you're saying your moral compass stays the same, but when you're always saying, if you don't catch people up with everything that you're like, maybe the vegan thing wasn't the great example. Maybe the great example would be, I don't like this person. This is how they treated me. It was terrible. And then the next minute you're being buddies with them.
Oh,
That would
that would be
be
fake.
more of the example. So the reason I even brought that up was there's things that you tell me that I go 100% on because I take things literally a lot of the time.
Okay.
You say, don't listen to Mean Girls. You can't listen to Mean Girl. I don't say anything to me about Mean Girl. This is Alex's other podcast. Don't don't bring it up. Don't talk about it. Then I get this that we want to know your opinion on Mean Girl and what all Alex is sharing. And I'm like, well, shit. Now I got to go back and listen to some of the Mean Girls. That's frustrating because I could have been listening to Mean Girl all along, but you said do not listen to Mean Girls.
Don't listen to Mean Girl. We talk about Mean Girl all the time. You and me, but yeah, don't listen to it. That definitely still stands.
Well, so I
Graham
listened
doesn't.
to it.
Graham doesn't listen to it either.
You don't?
No, not anymore. I
Oh.
mean, he used to, but it's kind of like my fun podcast where I share a lot of
You
stuff.
won't believe what she said about you on the last episode, Graham.
Girl talk.
I'm kidding.
No, it's all good. Graham loves it.
Well, I had to clarify a few things after I listened to it, though.
Oh.
First of all, Alex, what is missionary position?
I think it's mom.
No, just tell me, because you gotta get the truth out there if you're gonna say shit. What is the missionary position?
I really don't want to. I stood by what I said. Don't listen to it.
Your face is turning red.
That's never
Let me
changed.
clarify, it's when the guy's on top.
Graham thought that too.
No, it's true. It's what it is. That's the missionary position. There are some religions that believe you can only do the missionary positions.
That's why it's called that.
Yes. I mean,
Oh.
it's like there's some religion that's it. Like that's, and that would suck. Okay. Then the other thing is, so on Mean Girl, you were talking about how sex life changes through marriage and you've been married 3 years, right?
Well, no, I wasn't talking about how sex life changes. Jordan, my co-host, isn't married or even dating, and she was like, I'm scared to get married because it seems so boring. And I was like, oh my gosh, it is so fun. And she was like, well, how's like the sex life in it? And I said, you got to spice it up. And it's a blast. Like it's the same person. I don't know. Like I was shedding light upon that. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes, that's what I'm referring to.
Okay. So wait, what about it?
So about it was, I was thinking to myself, when you said that, imagine being married 35 years or 40 years or however many years. And people who are still married that many years generally have figured out how to go through these ups and downs and make it spicy, not spicy. And especially with hormones, everything changes. And after you have kids, everything changes off and on too. And you'll figure that out when you do. But I wanted to share the main things because doctors tell you this all the time. This is 9 reasons to have an orgasm. And it's for a lot of reasons other than just for the sex part because it lasts your whole life. So it increases circulation. These are the 9 things that having an orgasm can do. People who have orgasms often live longer is kind of what the point of this is. So it increases your circulation. It gives you great skin, all you girls. It improves your menstrual cycles. It lowers pain. It boosts your immune system. It lowers anxiety.
Graham.
Yeah. It can dial down aging. It can help you sleep better. It helps you live longer.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's them. Yeah.
So I have a question for you. A friend texted me and said, how do you spice it up? How do you spice up your sex life when you have newborn kids or young kids? And I was like, I don't know. What do you think the answer is?
I think it's like timing because you just have to find the time. It's never going to be at the same time. So you have to find the time and then you also have to make time for your spouse. So generally when that happens, that's when you guys stop communicating about yourself, like each other as your relationship, because you're talking about the kids all the time. And that can be a big sex killer. Like all you're doing is talking about the kids. So it's just another phase that you go through where you're going to have to find time to talk about what each other still are interested in. It's also extremely important to do that. And that makes your sex life better.
Wait, so are you saying if you start just communicating about the kids, you've lost the whole like, hi, honey, how was your day? Like as simple as that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I bet that's such a good point. I bet even talking about yourselves more brings the spark back.
Yeah, it does. I think so.
Oh, that's good advice. Okay. Thank you, Mom.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we don't have like a ton of time left. Let's hop to Mother's Day. and talk about, I want to ask you again, we did it last week, but we're approaching it even closer now. So, best gifts for Mother's Day, besides the sweatsuit and the coffee mugs and the hat and all the things that say call your mom, because those are intentional gifts that like say the name mom. So I love those.
Mhm.
You also say time spent together,
Time spent together.
like your presence.
Specific time spent together. Like, not, I'm just going to come hang out with you, Mom. Like, that's good, but it's really fun to do something together.
Like a pottery class or a dance class or make a meal together.
Make a meal together, or I made a reservation. Just you and me are going to go.
Love that.
Mhm.
And then also you think buying something for your mom that you would want to see her wear. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, last minute Mother's Day gifts are obviously the time again. Show up if you can see her. Always a phone call if you can't see her.
Always write in the card.
Always write something in the card. And we talked about this yesterday. You could make her a spa appointment.
Yeah, don't just give her a gift card. Actually, make the appointment. You may have to change it or whatever, but that says a little bit more than, oh, here's a gift card. Just go do what you want.
Or you could pick out the specific treatment.
Yeah, that's good too.
That might be nice.
Mhm.
Okay. Happy almost Mother's Day. One more thing. If you're in New York City on actual Mother's Day, we're going to be in Washington Square Park and Central Park with the big Mother's Day board, and we're going to be spreading motherly love. We're going to have these really cute cards. You can walk up to us, and it says, "My mom is," and then you're going to fill it in. So I would say, "My mom is my podcast co-host, hero, loving, nicest mom in the world." But you could also write, "My mom is," and maybe it's your dad. Like maybe dad plays both roles, or maybe my mom is my aunt. So whatever.
Or my mom was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or my mom is
And we're going to
Angel.
put it on the board, and you can take a picture of it.
Take a picture of it, send it to her.
Mhm.
If she's your heavenly mother, you can give it a kiss, say a prayer with it, whatever you want to do. We're spreading motherly love in the park, so we will see you there. Also, like, comment, subscribe, and leave us a rating on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts because we need to get more ratings so Kim can do stand-up comedy. I think we'll do it at 1,000 ratings or something. I'll post it on Instagram. How about that, Mom?
That sounds good.
1,000 ratings. Will you do a stand-up comedy show?
Yes, but I may clear the room.
That's okay. All right, that's our new thing. 1,000 ratings. Kim will be a stand-up comedian. We love you guys, and have fun with my dad next week.
I will. Thank you. See you next week.
It's not me, but I'll see you the week after.
Okay, bye.